If you've ever wondered how you could go from zero to a fully built website without a UI UX designer or a separate developer, I'm just going to show you the right tools and the right steps to take to do all this. So this is exactly how I do it, and I'm going to walk through with you the entire process step by step in real time. So the first thing I do before I even open a code editor is to find the right client or the right business to build for. I go straight into Google Maps and I search for a specific business type, in this case landscapers, and I start scrolling through the results looking for one thing: businesses that do not have a website listed on their profile. So those are where the opportunities are. If you already have a client that you want to build for, or you are the client and you want to build for yourself, then just go through the remaining steps. So once I find one, I go through the reviews, and every single one of them would be copied, because the reviews tell me exactly what the customers love about that business, what words they use, and what matters the most about them. Then I copy the link to their Google Maps profile so that during the research phase, the AI I'm going to be using would pull up and analyze their Google profile directly. Now, with all of that information, the business details, the reviews, and the profile link, I will then head to Gemini. I'll put together a prompt and ask Gemini to do a deep research on the business. I want it to research the business itself, understand what they do, and then go a step further, looking into the UI and UX structure that works best for this type of business, what color palette aligns with their brand, and what type of identity would actually represent them online. So basically, I'm using Gemini to do the research and strategy work that a brand consultant would normally handle. So once it gives me the full report, I download it as a document, and that document is my blueprint. Now, after finishing the research phase, we move on to the design. Now, with the research document ready, I take it straight into Stitch, and Stitch is where the actual UI UX design happens. So I feed all of the information, the business details that I have pulled from Google Maps, and everything from Gemini research, and the AI builds out an entire website design for this project. So for this example, I want it to be a one-page website, and it contains everything relevant to that business. Once the design is generated, I go through it carefully, and if anything needs adjusting, I fix it right there. And as a developer, that part isn't challenging for me. But even if you're not a developer, the design Stitch produce usually gives you a solid starting point. The next phase is the building phase. So this is where everything comes together. I take the design from Stitch and bring it into Google AI Studios. Now, if you don't want to use Google AI Studios, you can use alternatives like Codex, Cloud Code, or whatever coding tool you're currently working with. But Google AI Studio is what I'm using here. Now, you have two options at this point. First, you can directly export from Stitch and it will handle the prompting for you automatically in a very simple and fast way. Or if you want more control over the output, you can download the design file from Stitch and write down your own detailed prompt and feed it to Google AI Studio yourself. So either way, the results will either be the same or just give you a bit more customized kind of build to it, depending on the prompt you give to it. So Google AI Studio generates the full website from the design, and the code is built and your website is done. And that's the whole workflow. So from finding the business on Google Map, and like what I said before, if you are the business or you want to build it for yourself, then that first phase is not for you. So doing the research and then moving to the UI UX designing stage and a fully coded website in Google AI Studio. Now, what makes this powerful is that whether you're a freelancer, a developer, or a small business owner that's doing it by themselves, this eliminates the need for a separate UI UX researcher, a designer, and a developer. So you are the whole team, and the tools are doing the heavy lifting. And all of these tools I've mentioned in this video are completely free. So if you're a freelancer, this gives you a killer outreach angle, and you can build the website first and then reach out to the business via cold call, cold email, DMs, or whatever works for you. And then you can tell them if you already built them something and they can go check it out. So that's a very different conversation from your usual pitching services. Now, one thing I'm not covering in this video is the hosting, because that part deserves its own dedicated walkthrough and I don't want to rush it. So if you want me to make a full hosting video, you can drop a comment and let me know, and I'll prioritize it based on the demand. That's it. So that is the full process clean, fast, and repeatable. So if this was helpful, please give this video a like, and if you've not subscribed yet, also hit that subscribe button. It generally helps the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.